Hey, good morning. Heading out, and today's one of those days, one of those runs I kind of dread. 6 mile threshold, so a mile warm up, 6 miles at an up tempo, and then a mile cool down. These are the ones that are tough, that you just kind of got to grit your way through. I got to grit my way through. Anyway, talk to you at the end of it.
Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Andy Hahn. Thanks for stopping in. This is my channel. It's predominantly about running. From time to time, there's going to be other videos not running related. But I consider myself both like a kind of baby runner and for sure like an infant YouTuber, videographer, whatever. So this whole like exercise is about learning, hopefully from you, both in the running and the video part. Anyway, it's about 5 o'clock. You can see it's dark outside. This right here is like an open window, and this window has blinds on it. But this one you can see it's dead dark outside. It's after work. I do work like a 9 to 5, so worked from home today and hung out with my dogs. I got the little one is right here on the lap. He's kind of sleeping, and the big guy, the Labrador, I think he's been in some of the videos. He is like hanging out down there. But anyways, we'll let them both like chill, get back to sleep. Anyway, the run this morning, I want to kind of revisit what I said before the run, which was that I called it a 6 mile threshold run. And so I don't actually believe that was an accurate description. I think I would want to amend that to calling it a 6 mile tempo run. So, you know, thresholds are... threshold runs are runs at or near your lactate threshold. I've never gone into a lab, so I don't know specifically like what effort or what pace that's at. I have like an idea of what it feels like, perceived effort. In the summer, I try to use the heart rate to give myself like a good idea of if my run is drifting into threshold territory. But we've already talked a little bit in the video that dropped on the 9th. About how, particularly in the winter, the optical wrist heart rate sensor can have issues because of low circulation in your extremities because of the cold weather. So anyway, you know, I don't really have a recorded effort metric, be it power from a stride pod or heart rate, to really like rely on and say like, this was a threshold run today versus not. But I think it was more of a tempo run because it was, for the paces that I was going, it was a lot easier, felt the perceived effort was a lot lighter than what I would have expected, which I think is great. So the perceived effort, it never felt like I was crossing into like threshold territory. And also the fact that like the times were coming through as they were at the perceived effort was like a huge like boost to, I guess, kind of confidence and kind of the idea that the training plan is working and that maybe we can improve upon, you know, the PR in the next marathon. So let's go through kind of those times a little bit. I have them right here, these little guys. These are the Jabra, I think they're called the Active 75T Elites, the little earbuds. They're wonderful earbuds. But anyways, I have it set up to where during the run, the watch pipes the lap times into the ear. So, as I was running, let's see, the first mile was 9 minutes and 33 seconds per mile. That's obviously not cooking, but I've mentioned before I'm kind of OCD about how the lockdown is on my shoes, so I stopped it at least 3 times to adjust the lockdown. We also got stopped at a like crosswalk, having to wait to go, so 9:33. But then, okay, so the first like up pace lap was 7:11. And when that like got piped through into my earphones, I kind of couldn't believe it because it felt more like a 7:45 pace. And then the second up mile was 7:05, and then 7 minutes, and then 6:57, and then 6:49, and then back up to 6:56. So the 6th mile was a little bit of a slowdown. But so it ended up being like a 5-mile negative split tempo run with like one more tempo mile thrown in there. And I say tempo because the effort never felt hard. It never felt like lactate threshold hard. It honestly didn't even really feel like people describe tempo runs as like comfortably hard. It rarely like even got to that. It just felt like kind of a nice clicked in pace, and like just keeping that metronome going felt good. It felt smooth. And so really pleased about today's run. I was kind of dreading it beforehand. I talked about that, but the results were great for me, for a runner, of my experience and talent level. It was phenomenal. So tonight, finishing up some laundry. You might have heard it in the back. Tomorrow, going into the office and going straight from the office to the airport because we're doing a weekend in Miami. So we'll see how it works. And I'm going to get to test out one run tomorrow with these new gloves before we go to Miami. So anyways, I bought these off Amazon. They are the Trailhead, here we go, Trailhead convertible running gloves. The gloves that I have been using were getting like rips on the seams between the fingers, like letting cold air in, and they were really just liners. So they've never like really worked real well in the cold. I've had to resort to other methods that we talked about before. But so anyways, these I thought were pretty reasonably priced on Amazon, and they are convertible, right? So what that means, let's see, this is the right hand. So you have, right, your glove, and then they have the little pouch to help turn it into a mitten, and you can, hide your thumb inside there. And the pouch is supposed to be wind and rain resistant, and so hopefully if you're running into the wind, it kind of blocks the wind from cooling your hand off. And then lastly, the pouch can tuck in if you don't want it like flopping around while you're running. So I'm pretty excited to give these a try. The hands have been getting pretty cold. The reviews were pretty good about, this doesn't seem like that thick of material, right? But the reviews were good about these bad boys really cutting the wind down. I would have gone with the all black. They had black instead of this like neon yellow, but the black were back ordered, so it would have taken a while to get them in. So glad to get those in. So yeah, just finish out the week. We're gonna have a morning run tomorrow, work, travel to Miami, get a run in on Saturday, and then on to the next training week. A little bit of sad news today, which was kind of unfortunate, is like I did not get a spot through the lottery for the Chicago Marathon in 2022. Like honestly, yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that, right? Like the Chicago Marathon this year was such a great experience. That's kind of life though, right? Like I don't have like a good for age time that guarantees entry. I'm not a legacy for the marathon. I haven't run it 5 of the last 8 years. I haven't done the Shamrock Shuffle 5 of the last 8 years, and I'm not attached to any charity. Like I could probably find a charity to like get a spot with, and but I don't think I want to do that because there's a lot of fundraising goals, and honestly, like charities and organizations I'm involved with, I really want to like believe in their mission. I could probably find one that I believed in the mission with because there's a ton of great charities, but it would feel kind of disingenuous, I guess, for me to take one of their spots when like that's the only reason I'm involved. So, for the spring, we have Austin in February, and then the St. Louis Half Marathon in April. I don't have anything planned, any races planned for the summer, and we're going to be looking for a new fall race. I'll toss my name probably in the lottery for the New York Marathon. I think the lottery opens in January. It's even harder to get in than the Chicago, so I can't really like plan on getting into the New York City Marathon, but I think we might look at like the Indianapolis Monument Marathon for the fall race. And it's supposed to be a great race. It's big. I think it's normally like a top 10 race in attendance nationwide, even though it's not a major. And it's a pretty flat course, so we could probably get a good time there. It's a little bit later in the year. I think it's like the first week of November versus the first weekend of October for Chicago. So hopefully there's a little bit better chance of getting a good weather window. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I look forward to talking to you later and seeing you maybe again tomorrow, but definitely I'll have video from Miami. So I'll talk to you later. Andy out. Have a good evening.